Hey there, it's Diane Banks, voice actress and radio personality in Chicago. Please subscribe. Check out my other vids like Disney characters who predicted 8 spring fashion trends. And Clay Carmichael watched that very video and says, you should do a video on the Disney Dark Ages era and how Disney almost went out of business. That was an interesting time, so that's a good thought. Thanks for sharing that. Dog Lover 102 watched my video about Finding Dory getting snubbed at the Golden Globes and says, how did Sing get nominated but Finding Dory didn't? That's a good question. You know, I think a lot of people were saying might be because there were 2 other Disney picks, Moana and Zootopia, with Zootopia winning. Although this one's a Pixar and those are technically Disney. But I don't know. You know, I know a lot of people who like Sing and a lot of people who didn't. So I'd be curious on your thoughts, you guys, if you saw Sing and if you liked it. Thanks for that comment, Dog Lover 102. And then a couple quickies here from my video about should Donald Trump be included in the Hall of Presidents. Suzuka67 says, yes, Trump should be added. Presidents, whether good or bad, shape America. They're part of our country's history. And Jeff Stribley says, Donald Trump is the 45th president of the U.S. Why shouldn't he? Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, George W. Bush, they're all there, and they weren't too popular either. How about Bill Clinton? Okay, so those are great comments, you guys. Keep them coming. Please subscribe, and let's get to today's topic. A pretty cool one with special effects, with a little bit of help here from some folks from Theme Park Tourists and other sites too, and I'll put the links if you want to check out their pages. But this is from the Tower of Terror at Tokyo Disney Sea. I've never been to this, but it looks pretty darn cool. And it's this disappearing cursed idol. How do they do it? And in the video, it doesn't look that exciting, but I guess in person it's pretty stunning. They said what happens is the idol disappears quickly, and the trick is it sinks down into the pedestal at what has to be like exceeding free fall speed, like a fraction of a second, because they said the disappearance is like you're in shock. A stunning effect. So that's really something to add to our bucket list, isn't it, to go see that? Lucky you if you have. But here's what it looks like, at least on video, and you can see the disappearance. He's creepy though, isn't he? Okay, and then here, this is a little bit better. You can see it from the side. Wow, that's like... You can see the drop there. Did you see that in the middle? Yeah, so you can see the drop. Oh, that's like seriously spooky, isn't it? Yeah! All these spooky ones we're talking about today. So that's, I guess, how they do that. It's like just super quick free fall. Pretty cool. And then we're going to take a peek at the Haunted Mansion Ballroom. Now this one, when you look at it, you go, how do they do that? They look like they're there, but they're not there. They disappear. They're sort of translucent. They change color. What is going on with that? How are they able to create the effect? And let's see, I have here, this one's help from Karsten's Creations. Thanks for that. This is really neat how they do this, and I can't believe like how long ago they came up with this. They were so smart. But here's where we are, up here. Okay, so our dune buggies are up here. The ghosts are right below us. The animatronics are right below us. They're not actually over here at the dinner party and dancing and all of that. They're right below us, and then the glass panel reflects. So what we're looking at is actually the reflection. They light it, and you can see here the lights. They turn the lights on and off, so it looks like they disappear and come back and forth. And I just think that's really genius how they did that. So there's the chandelier ghosts up top too. And then there's a couple of little snippets here for us to look at real quick. 3:45. So here it is in the dinner scene. And you can see how they come in and out and the colors change. Isn't that neat? Because they can do whatever they want with the lights since the ghosts are right below us. Okay, and then the other part was right here with the dancing. Let's see, 5:45. I'll find that real quick. Here we go. So the same kind of thing here where they're swirling. Although I don't remember if these disappear or not. I guess they just keep dancing. But a really cool effect. So that's how they did that. Who knew that they're actually right below us rather than actually in the scene. So then this one we're going to wrap up with the Fantasmic Disappearing Mouse. I haven't seen Fantasmic. I can't believe I've never seen it. We usually don't go to Hollywood Studios because there really hasn't been that much there. But it's a Disneyland too. Maybe you've seen it. So how does Mickey disappear like that twice, which is really a cool effect in the show? And the answer is it's kind of like the first trick that we looked at. It's sort of like a pop-up and disappear effect, like a high-speed lift is how they do it. Kind of like if you went to a concert and they put the pyrotechnics in the way so you can't see what's going on, and then they do the lift where he comes in and comes out super quick. And then here's just a quick little snippet of that. Mickey! That's pretty cool. Aww. Look at how fast he disappeared. I was going to see if we could really... I guess I went too far back. I was going to run it again, but... Oh well, anyway, you get the idea that that's how that trick works. So, I just had a couple of other quickies to show you here before we wrap up. These are from, let's see, DisneyDose.com. They had a couple of cool things here from the Haunted Mansion. So you get a close-up pic of how some of these things looked and worked. Like this one, isn't this neat? We see the ghost flying by, but he's actually on a bicycle on a track that goes around. We never see the bike, but that's pretty cool. Isn't it how they do that? And then they had, like here, I never thought about this. They don't really need pants or legs, do they? Because we don't see them. These are the hitchhiking ghosts. And then you can see them in the back here. Wow, it's so weird when you see how they actually work. And then, let's see, there was a couple of other quickies here. This is from ImagineeringDisney.com. Yeah, so they are pantless. And then this shows you what we were looking at before, how we're over here with the dune buggies, the ghosts are below, and then here's the reflections on the track. Pretty cool. Oh, here they are again from behind. These are the hitchhiking ghosts. That's the other thing I was going to show you. Look at some of these hitchhiking ghosts. This is a Disneyland. They don't even have hands because we don't see their hands. But at Disney World, and I guess in Tokyo too, they gave them all hands. But in the original Disney, some of them don't have hands. And then this is just the rest of the pantless. And then another thing here from the same site. And I'll put these links if you want to go and look at these. But these guys are on what is sort of like a revolving carousel, the way it's stacked. And you can see the wiring here. See how it does? It looks just like a carousel wheel. And then the way they're put on the end. And isn't it neat to see how the difference that they look when you see them close up versus how they actually look in the ride when you see them? It's all the lighting and everything because they look so different close up. But the way they're letting those, that was one from Pirates. So yeah, I just wanted to share these with you too as we wrap up. Let me know too if you had a favorite or if you've been on some of these rides and seen some of these tricks and what you thought, or just any comments in general. I love reading your comments, and don't forget to please subscribe. It's Diane Banks. Thanks for watching. We'll talk again soon.